Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wear Mighty Things, presented by Wearable Fandom. This is episode number 55. It's great to be back with you guys. My name is Dustin, and I'm your host here, and we are recording this on January the 8th, just starting off the year. It's our second episode already in January, but we are excited and thrilled to be back with you guys. My friends, this is a podcast all about the Rosabouts brand and community. If fandom, fashion, and friends sounds like a fun time to you, well, you have come to the right place. Please make sure that you receive all of our content notifications by clicking subscribe. Ring that bell. You'll get those notifications when our new content releases or when our podcast goes live each and every week here on Thursdays. So it's great to be back with you guys. This is episode number 55, Double Nickels. And wow, it's just, I'm thrilled to be back with you guys. Lots and lots to talk about, but it wouldn't be a conversation if I wasn't joined by my incredible, my amazing, my immaculate co-host, Mr. John Madigan. Hey, John, welcome back to the show.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? So glad to be back.
I'll show you how good it's going. Yeah.
Oh shit! What are you drinking? Oh, good for you.
It's actually iced tea, but it actually happens to be in this.
But you had it in this rubber mug.
Beer stein.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were.
I know. I could have.
Drink.
I could have done this for a chug train or something like that. But yeah, somebody gave me this giganto mug, and it's been sitting around, and I was just like, oh, okay. But when I put the tea in there, I was like, that looks like a nice amber lager. So,
you should have just went with it. You should have just told me it was a beer. I would have been so happy. Does that say Rush on it?
It's a beer. It's a beer. Yeah. It's Rush. The band Rush. Yeah, and it's heavy. It's actually like legit glass.
What kind of
and well, I mean, the glass is most of the weight here. But here's what I love. Here's what I love about this glass. In case your thumb gets tired, there's a little seat for your thumb.
Oh, there you go.
So that you can hold it. You can hold it up like this. So I mean, I like it. I love it.
I like
it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good old Hagabaz says, lie to me. Okay. You're my favorite listener and regular attendee to the live shows, Hagabaz. There you go. How's it feel? How does it feel to be misled, to be gaslit? But thank you for showing up. It's good to see you here. John, we're back a week later, and it's kind of crazy because we did a show actually on New Year's Day. Right. I mean, that's pretty cool to have one on 1/1. We had lots of fun on 1/1. I think that was the appropriate title.
It was. No, I always have fun hanging out with you, and it's great that we were able to spend New Year's together in some capacity. I mean, I certainly wish you were here for the ball drop. I mean, that would have been fun, you and I. You know what I signed up for? What I want to do next year? I signed up to be one of the people that throw the confetti from the rooftops in the Times Square ball drop. I want to do that.
What exactly do you do? Do you use like a gas propelled cannon?
It's in boxes, and you throw them over the sides of buildings manually.
Okay. Can't they get AI to do this? Why don't you just pick a box?
They're going to get AI to do everything, apparently. Right. So, we're going to get AI to do everything now, apparently. So, but next year, though, they're going to have people manually doing this still. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do get to bring somebody. So if I get picked, would you come into New York City and throw confetti with me?
Conditionally, yes. And what are the conditions? I have heard that when you go into Times Square, that there is no access to bathrooms anywhere, and people wear diapers and just do their business in their diapers.
We're going to be on top of a building throwing confetti. Which, by the way, it's not even confetti. It's not even. This is a little New York City thing. I don't know if you know this or not. It's not actually even confetti. Do you know what it is?
No.
It is colored Post-it notes. And in like the week or two leading up to New York City, they have these stations. They have these stations set up around Times Square where you can go and you can put your wish on a piece of paper. And that's what they're throwing. They're throwing all your wishes down on the floor, and then they have the sanitation department come clean them up and throw it away. See, you're practicing. You got this.
how's my confetti dropping skills?
You got this. You got
Volunteers are cheaper. That's what Danimal says. All right, cool. I'm gonna keep it handy so in case we need it in the middle of if we have an
We need it. We may run out.
I have to go. That's great. Well, that's great. Well, man, we've got a lot to talk about this week, so we got to get into it. The Roosevelts had a drop for Y2K. There's one that's effectively a year, not exactly year 2000, but How to Train Your Dragon. That movie has come back around for its sequel. But the original movie was back in 2005. So we're going to talk about 2000s and the early 2000s, maybe a little bit into the 90s. But before we dive into that, John, and then of course, we've got the first breakdowns of exclusives from the Roosevelts that will be at the New Orleans Fan Expo, which is not that far away, actually. When is it going to be? This weekend?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow. So this is one of those rare times when this field notes went live in enough time for us to actually react to it before they actually get out there. So
thank God.
Stuff, some new exclusives, which are always cool to talk about. A brand new floral design. We got to talk about that. But then there's also this concept of a random exclusive. So we definitely want to dive in and talk about that. But before we do that, John, what are you wearing today, my friend?
I'm wearing one of my new shirts. I got it for Christmas. This is the Sesame Street shirt, the Sesame Street mashup shirt. I love this thing. This is like one of my new favorite shirts. You're gonna be seeing me wear this a lot because this is just like burst of color. Very much a John shirt. Very, very much a John shirt. So I really like the thing. Really bursts in person, and when I'm wearing it out, people like this is one of the shirts people like point out like, "Hey, I really like your shirt, man. That's really cool." So nice. I'm really liking this one. This is one of my new favorites. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Dustin, what are you wearing today, my friend?
Today, I'll lower the camera here. I am wearing Hades Gonna Hate. I don't think I've actually worn this on the cast in any of the 55 episodes except for this one. So this was from Disney's Hercules. This one goes back a couple years. This shirt used to be pretty hard to come by, actually, for a little while.
They did a big restock.
They did a big restock, and your boy got in line. The one shirt that I still don't have that I'm waiting for on restock is Doors. I don't want the Doors hoodie. I want the Doors shirt. If that ever comes back, if that comes back as a restock, that's the one I need to get. So
baby.
I'll be on the lookout for that.
I do think if that does come back, it's gonna come back in big numbers, just like the hoodie is. They've restocked it a few times. I mean, I feel like that's gonna be one that a lot of people are gonna want to purchase.
Yeah, well, good for them because I want to see it happen too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, let's see here.
But Dustin, how has your week been? What's going on with you? What's going on with your life with your family?
Yeah, well, it's back to work for me, which is its own challenge. I enjoy my job quite a bit, but man, it's just I'm not feeling it yet. I probably should have just tried to take the week off and just recovered.
Yeah, you should have. Why didn't you
come back? I don't know. Actually, I do know. There was a lot of stuff going on just at the end of the year, and I was convinced that I needed to keep work. Well, I took a lot of time off this year, as you know. You've kind of made a couple of comments about that. You seem to have a lot of vacation time. Well, I didn't. I was like, yeah, they're pretty generous with the vacation. We have a company closure, so the company closes from the 24th, and in this case, all the way to the 4th, the 5th. 4th, yeah. So we got like a week that didn't count against PTO or anything like that. So I don't know. I didn't want to be selfish, but coming back, I realized that I'm just, not fully there yet. So hopefully I'll figure it out. I'm also adjusting to working from home, and that is an actual huge problem for me because I don't know. I just get a lot of energy from people. It's one of the reasons why I like this show. It's one of the reasons why I like going around and seeing insiders when we go to events and things like that. I get energy from people. And so being home and, it's nice. There's a lot of pluses to it. No commute, get out of bed, walk over to your machine and you're at work. But at the same time, I kind of need to be around people. I'm a bit of a social person.
So now that you work from home, that kind of means like I can call up and bother you anytime now.
When do you not just call up and bother me at any time?
I do, but sometimes you can't pick up, and now I feel like you have more opportunities to pick up.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I still have meetings, I still have work to do, but yeah, give it ring, baby, ring.
That reminds me of a time. I don't know how much of a Howard Stern listener you were back in the day. I know we've talked about how much we love the movie Private Parts.
Yeah,
It's just a phenomenal movie. But there was Howard Stern was doing a show one day, and Andrew Dice Clay called up, and they let a fan come on the show, like on the phone. He's like, "Oh, Dice, I love you so much. You're amazing. You're my favorite. You guys was like really like oh my god, I love you. I love Andrew Dice Clay." And so so Dice was like, "Oh, give me a number. Like I'll like let's talk. Let's be friends." And so Dice started calling him all day. Would call him at work, and he'd be like, "Dice, like." He's like, I'm at work. He's like, I don't give a shit. He's like, you wanted me to call you. He's like, so as it feels. He's like, so that just reminds me that'll be me. Like I'm calling you up at work now. That's what Dice did, and I thought you would get a kick out of that.
No. I mean, technically, if you call me and I'm home and it's within working hours, I'm at home at work. Now, but I'm going to remedy this, John. I'm buying a car. I'm actually buying a car. Did I tell you?
Wow! Congratulations. Yeah. We've talked on and off. I feel like you've gone back and forth on this a little bit over the past few months, at least. But I didn't know you actually pulled the trigger. What do you get?
Oh, I didn't buy it yet. I'm
so you still haven't pulled the trigger. Yeah. You still just bullshit me. But what do you think?
No. Let's back up the lore. Let's give a little bit more of the lore here. So I had a coworker who was leaving the country, had a car that they no longer needed. It was in great shape and condition. I checked it out. Awesome. It was like a CRV, and the price was good. And there just ended up being something that happened where they just got pushed really, really aggressively to leave, and they ran out of time. So we couldn't actually get the resolved pay, or we couldn't get the transaction completed, is basically what it comes down to. And so I was like, okay, fine. So then I was left looking for another car. Well, now I started thinking, well, what do I want? Do I want to get an electric car? Because I don't really need to drive that far. Do I want to get a hybrid? Do I want to get a plug-in hybrid? Do I just want to go back to a dinosaur burner? What's my, so I've got to go through the whole process and evaluate. And cars are the kind of thing you get sort of stuck with the solution, right? You're not, it's not like a Kuno where you just buy another one and change it if you don't like it. You got to deal with like disposing of a vehicle. Somebody's got to take it off your hands, or at minimum, you got to pay somebody to tow it away. So I don't know. I'm just in the process of evaluating. Right now, I'm thinking about getting a Toyota, or actually, I guess it's a Lexus plug-in hybrid. That's the car.
Ooh, a Lexus.
That's the one. Yeah, but anyways, I'll comment on this until it closes. But I don't live that far from work. It's about 20 minutes drive each way if there's no traffic. But I think that's how I'm going to close the gap. I'm not going to keep working from home. And as I start to do more movie coverage and film locations, I kind of feel it's a good idea to be able to have access to a car, because then I can go to places that I haven't been able to go. For example, Rancho Obi-Wan. Do you know what Rancho Obi-Wan is, John?
Is that the Luke Skywalker Ranch? Is that the?
It's not the Skywalker Ranch.
No, not the George Lucas Ranch. The George Lucas Ranch. Doesn't he have a ranch or something? And they sell Roosevelt's there, right?
That's interesting. I don't know that they do.
They actually, so yes, they sell Roosevelt's there. They sell the flannels there, and they actually have the George Lucas Ranch logo embroidered into them, but only at the ranch.
Wow. Well, okay. Now there's another reason for me to go. I've been to Skywalker Ranch, but at that time there wasn't a gift shop, or if there was, I didn't know about it. But Rancho Obi-Wan is actually the largest museum of Star Wars memorabilia. It's not Skywalker Ranch. It's in the direction of Skywalker Ranch. Skywalker Ranch is up in the Marin Headlands. You go across the Golden Gate Bridge, drive around. There's a giant rock. Lars Ulrich from Metallica has a house out there, and I know which one it is. and then you go around the big rock and you're basically there at the ranch, and they have all kinds of security. But Rancho Obi-Wan is up in Petaluma, and Petaluma is not that far. It's on the road to Flavortown, as we like to say in Northern California. What do I mean by that? Santa Rosa.
Guy Fieri.
That's where Guy Fieri lives. That's flavored. Santa Rosa is now Flavortown. It's also the home of the Schultz Museum, if you're a big Peanuts fan, which I am. Actually, when you come out here, we'll go to Santa Rosa. We'll go to Flavortown.
How are you with building your John room?
Well, it's great that you ask. So for people who might be here for the first time, I have a spare bedroom, and it's a guest room. It's actually where I'm going to move this whole setup. Once we get things finalized, I'll move my YouTube and my recording setup in there as well. Part of the reason is because there will be a pull-out couch bed, a really nice one, that is going to be in there, and that'll absorb a lot of reverb and things like that. So it'll be good and better for like audio recording. So I expect that the acoustic quality of my broadcast and videos to improve considerably. But to your question, the couch is arriving here next Thursday.
Very nice.
So the couch is going to be here. It's going to be set up. It's going to be in that room. I'm going to break this whole desk situation that you can't see behind the camera here. Break it down, move it over there, get it all set up, and then I'm going to use this space a little differently. We're going to set this up as like a exercise kind of workout space, put treadmill and all that kind of stuff over here. And then at that point, the John room will be open. The question is, who's going to be our first guest? And I'm going to tell you, I'm cool with it being you. I just want you to know that we're not holding it. We're not waiting for you. Like it's first come, first serve. So you're coming out here for D23. Well, what?
You're gonna give me a date.
January 15th is when
that's when the room will be ready, though.
Well, the guys are gonna deliver it. They're gonna set it up in there, and then we're not gonna have all the bedding and stuff in there just yet, and it won't be. So I would say,
know when it's ready.
Yeah, I'd say the 19th of January is the first date it will be ready.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll definitely be looking into flights. And I just uploaded a picture of that. That is the if you notice the Skywalker Ranch embroidered
wow
in there. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know about this.
Well, when I went to Skywalker Ranch, I had a friend that worked this was before George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, and I had a friend of a friend was working at the LucasArts up in the Presidio. That's where they have the famous Yoda fountain. You probably have seen some photos of that. Yeah. And so that friend and my friend had worked on some games in the past together. And he's like, calls me up and he's like, hey, I'm going to have lunch at the Skywalker Ranch tomorrow. Would you like to join? And my first reaction
an invitation was you don't say no to.
Well, right. My first reaction was, do you mean Rancho Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Because the name is Ranch, right? Skywalker Ranch,
course.
Rancho. So I can understand the confusion here, right? But he's like, no, I don't mean Rancho Obi-Wan. I'm going to the Presidio. I'm having a walkthrough tour of all of the facilities inside of LucasArts. Then going to drive across the bridge and go to have lunch at the ranch. So I got to go see George Lucas's private library with a full-time librarian. He has a full-time librarian that works there. Yeah, it was super cool. And they had all kinds of really cool things, props and stuff like that. I don't know if I mentioned this on the cast before, but they had, you know, Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? You've seen that movie.
Sure.
Yeah. So they had the actual on-screen prop of the headpiece, the one where the light goes through and shows the location of the Ark. So they had the headpiece of the staff of Ra. They had the cup from the Last Crusade, which is supposed to be the Holy Grail, the cup of a carpenter. They had just all kinds of stuff. And then they actually had a hat. They had this little bowler hat. And it was the property of Charlie Chaplin. It literally said, you know, this bowler belonged to Charlie Chaplin. So it was just like this kind of movie history stuff that was super cool. And then they also had the Dolby THX reference theater. And what that means is like that's the place where you go to show that's where they test all the new Dolby configurations. They go into this theater, they show killer movies, and then people come in and watch. And apparently they show films there, or screenings for Disney employees, or for for things that are going on. So anyways, you're right, it's not an invitation that you declined. Like that was I'm taking off work. So but the one thing I didn't see was a gift shop, and certainly I didn't see this. This is the Force, right? This is that long sleeve
Force, or at least they used the Force to make this.
They used the Force to make it, exactly. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize they had bespoke and exclusive stuff. But we'll go to Rancho Obi-Wan. We'll see all those collectibles and have a good time. The room's going to be ready real soon, John. So just let me know when you're ready to come out.
I'm looking forward to it. And then I told you about the new couch that I'm buying, and I told you about the one cool little feature that my couch has. That
yes,
I don't think
USB ports.
Think any other couch in the world has. But I heard this and I was like, this is pretty cool.
What?
I'm buying a new couch. And the couch I'm buying has built-in Bluetooth speakers in the
couch. What could go wrong? What if you spill a beer on them?
I don't know where in the couch the speakers are. They're like hidden in there. I don't know when I will be using said speakers on the couch.
That's fun.
Like you want to listen to music? That's fine. Just connect to my couch, man. Like it's all.
let me look for Bluetooth. What's the name of your? What'll be cool is if you can actually name it. Like if you can change the name of the device.
Yeah, John's couch. Yeah, exactly.
John's couch. I'm gonna Bluetooth to John's couch.
This is gonna confuse the hell out of my dogs. This is gonna be like my dogs are gonna be very like what? Like why is there music coming out of the couch? I can't really think of a reason as to when I would use a Bluetooth couch, but I think it's always nice to have the option.
Yeah. When adult video isn't playing over your earbuds and the in-laws are over, according to Danimal.
And Anne was going to buy a chair like that.
Anne was going to buy a chair like that. I'm going to tell you the best way to use it. Similar to the comment that Dan made about when the in-laws are over. What's the range on your Bluetooth? You have to find out if you can connect to it from your car or the driveway. Because I got to tell you, if I ever can pair my phone with your couch and I'm in the area,
you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it
every time.
You know it. You've got to. You got to do it.
You got to connect to the couch, baby.
I gotta drop some jams. Right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Or get your dogs howling.
Dustin?
The middle of the night. The middle of the night, your Bluetooth couch is on. I'm gonna
oh fuck, I forgot to shut.
Who is this? I'm looking for John. I'm looking for John Madigan. This is Mugger Bruno Mars, and I'm here to whoop up on John. Yeah. Anyways, I can see a lot of opportunities to make some fun.
Well, when you come over and visit, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna test out the Bluetooth couch, and you're gonna tell me what you think.
I'm down. All right. So, John, I want to ask you if you followed the news about. Well, let's see. Let me just.
What's going on in the news today, Dustin? Let's talk about
it. No. We're not talking about the news today.
No.
Yeah, forget that noise. We're talking about something that happened a week ago, and that is that MTV said goodbye. And of course, everybody got this wrong, right? They thought MTV is going away. Well, no, MTV wasn't entirely going away. It's just the video channels are going away. They're still going to have all the reality channels and all those other ones. It's just that they refuse to show any videos anymore. And I was kind of curious if you what was your relationship with MTV, and how did the fact that MTV, at least the music channels, were going away impact you? Or did you not even know this had happened?
No, I had certainly heard the news. Well, it's funny. I don't know if you're setting me up because do you know my relationship with MTV? Do you know a little bit about my relationship with MTV?
I would imagine that your relationship with MTV is all about TRL and standing outside of their studios and trying to get on TV or trying to get in the studios. But
But do
other
you
than
know that I
that,
used? Oh, so
what?
you don't know that I used to work for MTV?
No, I did not know that. Once
Okay.
again, John just drops. You name a celebrity, John's got a selfie in his phone with that celebrity. Come on, audience, try it.
It's funny.
Just name someone, and we'll see John whip out a photo. Go ahead. Tell us your story.
Okay, so first of all, I mean, I'll talk a lot about this. First of all, I mean, so MTV's still around. The regular MTV, I believe this only applied internationally as well. I think.
Yeah.
MTV,
But it was only the music channels. It was only the music.
Only the music channels. Yes, the regular MTV, MTV2, VH1, all that stuff, is still there. I mean, and look, I get it. Do you know the first song that was played on MTV?
Yes, I do.
It was "Video Killed the Radio Star."
Yes, it was by the Buggles.
By the Buggles. Okay.
It also was the last song because I was watching as it went off the air, and that was the last video that they played was the Buggles.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that they did that. So first of all, I get it. I mean, the only thing I don't know what people are watching. I know Jersey Shore is still on there, and it still has an audience. But other than that, I don't know who's watching. I don't even know. I'm not watching cable. I mean, I don't know if you have cable. I don't have cable. Everything I watch is on streaming services. I don't know what's on MTV these days. So like, I get it. I think regular cable channels, I think, are dying. I think, in fact, we'll see all of cable cease to exist within the next 10 years, truthfully. So I mean, this is sad for international folks, but people weren't using it. People have Spotify and Apple Music and whatnot, and that's where you're going to watch your music video. I mean, I love hearing stories from my parents. They would sit there with like a VHS player, and they would record certain music videos, and then they said they would trade them at school. They would trade. Oh, you got this one, I got that one, and like they would build up a collection of videos that way. So I mean, I think that was cool back then. I just think YouTube killed MTV. Truthfully, I mean, if you want to watch a music video, you're going to YouTube nowadays. But I did used to work for MTV for a period of time. I was trying to be an actor, and I was really good with their casting agency, Lauren Waters Casting Agency, and I got put on a number of MTV specials. In fact, I have some. Yes, I have some clips and some photos. I was in a Taylor Swift special. I was in fact, you can even IMDb me. I'm on for a couple of things. I was on. Yes, I'm not even. In fact, if you even give me a minute where you're talking, I can.
No. You keep talking. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. So I was in a couple of specials. I was actually in the TRL studio. They brought back TRL for the election. A couple of elections ago. Actually, it was the funniest thing. So I got to be in the studio. They did an election special with Pusha T, and it was Hillary versus Trump. And being there in the studio was really funny because they only had things planned for a Hillary win. And as the night got on, it became apparent that Trump was going to win this thing. And we're not going to get political, but they sent us all home. Because then they shut it down because they were like, well, we'll see what happens in the morning. Because they had nothing planned for a Trump win. They only had stuff planned for a Hillary win. I was there for an election day special, and I was there for some sort of TRL reunion special, and I actually got to meet Josh Whedon, the director of Avengers. And I got to have a small conversation with him, and that was really cool. So I was with TRL for that. I was on a TV show on MTV2 called Joking Off. I was on a Taylor Swift special called 16 Candles, and I got to speak about Taylor Swift on it. And then the number one thing nobody even knows is that I did 2 seasons of a show called Video Love that only aired on MTV International, where I and a few other people would talk about music videos. I'm assuming, Dustin, you've heard of a show called Pop-Up Video. Have you heard of Pop-Up Video?
Love that show.
So Pop-Up Video, for those who don't know, was a show where they would show music videos, and throughout the music video, little things would pop up, and they would give little fun facts about the artist or the music video, or little comments or jokes here or there, or point out different things. So imagine that, but instead of little pop-ups of words, you had me. And I would pop up. There you go. There you go.
John Madigan's IMDb page, ladies and gentlemen. What is this going on?
Yeah, and so
what I did it.
And so I was on a couple of episodes of TMZ. I was on Homeland. Yep, there you go. And
look at this. Look at these credits. He was a director on the Call Me Maybe music video
for New York Comic Con. Yeah, and then I did. If you look up, there's a show called Video Love that I did 2 seasons on. There you go. Yeah, I played myself and that aired in like 200 countries or something. There you go.
Hold on. Stars John Madigan. Nikki Paris stars John Madigan. Dude.
Yeah.
All right. So here's something that the listeners do not know. John calls me up all the time and he asks me questions, and occasionally something I've never mentioned before shows up and comes up in the conversation. And John's like, "Oh, you never told me this, or you never told me that." And, and you never told me you're literally on MTV. You've got an IMDb page, and you're literally the star number 1 on this show called Video Love. What is this life? Are you kidding me?
It was
first of all, this is awesome. This is cool. This is good stuff. This is cool.
It never aired in America. It never aired in America.
Are you John Madigan the Sixth?
No, that I don't know what that. No, I'm not. I don't know why that's on there. I don't know what that's. Yeah.
All right. Holy crap. All right. If you just joined us, we just found out that John used to be employed by MTV. We were talking about how MTV has gone off the air, and John just casually drops, "Oh yeah, I've got an IMDb page. I used to be an actor, and I was on a bunch of shows." And then he proceeds to send us this. Look, 11 episodes on this show. Holy crap. And has director credits. Wow. First of all, awesome. That's so cool. And second of all, why haven't you mentioned this before, John? Oh, I need to add to favorite people.
There you go. It was a long time ago. And I never did, like I said, like my biggest claim to fame is a show that never even aired in America.
Lots of shows don't air in America.
No, but like first of all, how do you even talk about it unless if you just kind of like bragging. If you like, right now I feel like, oh, like I did this thing, like it's cool, like it's weird.
No. Sorry, let me back you up and slow you down just a little bit. Hi, I'm a professional actor. I did some things on MTV in my years before. I've directed a couple of things. I have an agent. I'm available for work, and here's their number. Like, come on. That's not bragging. Those are all facts.
Yes, no, it's all facts, and it was definitely a fun time in my life, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And not even everything I've done. I was young and needed the cash.
He was young and needed the cash. Love it,
dude. That was hold on. So that was the that was the problem, actually. This stuff didn't pay well, but I'll never forget getting my first paycheck from MTV. I got my first paycheck for Video Love. I got paid like $500 to talk about all these music videos. They would literally send me a stack of music videos. They sent me like 30 or 40 music videos, and I had to record myself talking about them. And that's when I learned that TV is so fake. TV is so fake because they would send me all these things to talk about, and then occasionally they would just reach out to me and say, "Hey, John, can you just say this? Can you just?" They would just send me a line, and I wouldn't even know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about, and I would just, who knows where they would put it or place it. It would be like some like these generic jokes or lines or whatnot that I really didn't know, and sometimes I'd have to talk about an artist in either a favorable way or a negative way, in some way that I didn't really truly believe. If I have to, talk about crap about somebody that I genuinely like, but it was my job, you had to do it.
Wow. I'm excited and thrilled to learn this new part of your life, but also, I'm flabbergasted. Now you need to keep doing that. Like do you still have your agent?
No, I did this all me. I didn't have an agent. I went online. I joined casting agencies, and I didn't have I didn't have an agent. I did this. That
Nice.
was all me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so I went online. I wanted to be on TV, and so I found out how to join casting agencies, and I just did it myself.
Wow.
I mean that's honestly the truth. You know. Um,
Okay.
I do have a
Amazing,
fun.
dude.
I do
Amazing.
have a I do have one fun picture I'll post right here. I got to
Okay.
work for the MTV Europe Music Awards.
Okay.
They had did a special segment in New York on top of the Intrepid with Jason Derulo and Austin Mahone and a few Andrew Schultz before he got Netflix specials and stuff. I was hanging out with him. It was fun part of my life. Oh, there you go. I just uploaded it. You can see that's me literally on top of the deck of the Intrepid on the MTV Europe Music Awards stage.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll
Wow. You're still wearing the same glasses, Broseph. You still got the same glasses.
Yeah. I will come prepared for next episode, and I will find some clips of me on MTV and some of the other TV stuff I did. But you can even find me in the background of episodes of Homeland on whatever Showtime I think it's on, or I was in a commercial for the Americans, and I did a whole bunch of things, man. I have a whole nother life you don't even know about. It was a fun time.
Wow. Yeah. He was young and needed the cash.
There you go.
That's cool.
Hey, yeah, it's good. So that's what I thought. Maybe I had like mentioned this to you before. So when you're like, talk about what was your relationship to MTV, I'm like, well, it's pretty significant one, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's cool. We TIL, not TRL, but TIL. We learned a lot about John today. That's cool.
A lot
dude.
about
That's
John.
super
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. That is amazing. Who are you? That's
who
what
are
Ann
you?
says.
Who are you? Oh my god! Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, because I probably have never. I've never mentioned this really to anybody because it was so long ago. You can see I was a baby there, and it's not anything that I do anymore. Now I just spend too much money on shirts, and this never came up once over drinks.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
that's good.
Many drinks.
And I promise, next time we go out drinking, I will talk all about it, and yeah, we will. We'll go over it all.
We'll do it. We'll do it upright. Okay. Well,
we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. That's good. Well, cool. Then, and you need to come back because clearly John's not going to come back and share it with us. So,
wait,
she's very disappointed.
Can we see? Can we click on Hagelboss's comment, please?
We can't. No, we're not clicking on it. No. Those are banned terms. Sorry. Sorry. I need to block that. I need to block the words.
No.
Okay. Yes. Wow. Well, now we know. Well, MTV says goodbye, but the Roosevelts came back in fine fashion to start the new year. And of course, let me switch over here and show our awesome new arrivals. Man, this pop-up is just ridiculous. So they actually today they had a how to train your dragon drop, which is cool. We'll talk about that second. But in the vein of MTV and all the stuff from a million years ago, the thing I wanted to actually talk about first was the retro pack. The retro pack, John. And now the retro pack was intended to be like a year 2000 kind of throwback. And when I originally saw this, we get an email that says tomorrow the retro pack or something along those lines, or you get a notification on social. And I was like, okay, what are they going to have here? But I got to be honest, the collection for the retro pack is awesome. I don't know if there were a couple that I wasn't super thrilled by, but for the most part, I was absolutely loving it. We got the worldwide widgets, which was kind of an interesting shirt, showing lots of like old icons, smiley faces, obviously blacked out smiley faces, 3D graphics and things like that from back back in the day, old video game type graphics was my kind of reaction to this. Then we ended up having the Skatey Magazine Day. Did you take a close look at this shirt and see?
Very much.
When you zoom in, they literally have the names of all of these different boards. Do you think they're actually going to make some of these boards, John? Or do you think they're going to make a lot of them? Because I saw this Kunin board right here.
I was hoping so.
Yeah, exactly what we need. Middle-aged guys on skateboards, busting their ass, breaking their arms. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But I love the design. I think these would be kind of fun to put on the wall. A couple of these would be fun to put on the wall, but I don't know about you, but this seems like the first time that they've actually put like plain words on an actual shirt. Am I wrong about that?
That's a good
like
question.
Literally read the side. It's Ride and Shine, has the dimensions, and then it has the stock number. All the names. Like, is this the first shirt like that where they just literally have stuff set up here?
That's a good question. It might be. It might very well be. By the way, I was definitely a Zoomies kid growing up, so like this really resonated me. Like this design really resonated me. Going to Zoomies and seeing all the skateboard decks.
Yeah, totally. Fun.
I always enjoyed doing that. That was something that was really in while I was growing up. But that was definitely one of my favorite designs right there. I will say though, I did have a little bit of a problem with them calling this the retro collection, because 2000 was like a year ago. So why are we calling this the retro? I feel like this retro collection. I'm thinking 60s, 70s, 80s, not 2000. That was my era. What do you mean retro? That was.
John, I've got bad news for you. It's 25 years is the cutoff. Like that's usually a generational divide. And
what?
And that's when they start putting songs on the radio, calling them oldies. So songs from the 2000s. Yeah. If you think about it, like in the 80s, the oldies were songs from the 50s and the 60s, right? That's 20 to 30 years before. So now in 2025, 20 years ago is 2005. And 30 years ago is 1995. So all of the songs that are played in Mosh, not all of them, but a lot of them, they would be considered oldies in the context of the definition that they used historically. Yeah, I'm sorry.
This does bother me. This very much bothers me, Dustin.
I get it. All the more reason why we don't need a bunch of insiders busting their ass riding around on skateboards. I'll tell you what I think actually can happen here. I'm going to call this. Okay, I'm going to call this. This is a prediction. And I've made a couple predictions that came out okay. My prediction is not that they're going to make skateboards. I think what they're going to do, John, is they're going to make fingerboards. They're going to make collectible little fingerboard toys.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah,
and they're going to have these. The little tech decks. So yes, you can do like little like little flippies with your hand. Is that what it's called? Tech decks?
I believe so. At least when I was a kid, I believe we had little tech decks and we had the little ramp and the half pipe and all that.
Oh yeah. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, everybody. Oh no. Sorry. Wrong. You get the idea. You get the idea. Here, we'll go to this.
Dustin,
so look at the.
Continue. I'm sorry.
See the designs? You can see the designs right here. I could absolutely see them doing these. All of these different then they can become another kind of collectible. It's fun. It's you make a little collection of them and things like that. So anyways, that's my prediction in 2025 that the Roosevelts will release at least the first set of tech decks.
I would love that. I would definitely pick up a few of those. I would really love them to see them do that. Like as a skateboard kid, I was really into that, and so I really love that idea. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
I would love to see. I would love to see some physical skateboarding decks. I mean, that would just be.
A few would be nice. Yeah. They're just big. Like where you put them. Like I know people in SoCal that put them on their walls, but like you don't see them riding around on them.
Dustin, speaking about 2000s culture, just real quick. Did you ever have Heelys?
I did not have Heelys, but I know what they were, and I watched a lot of people bust their ass ride on Heelys.
When I was younger, I got kicked out of a grocery store for wearing them because I was healing all through the grocery store, and the guy got mad and he kicked us out because I wouldn't stop.
Shame on him. You know that.
Shame on him. Exactly.
The thing about Heelys was they weren't really a mode of transportation. Like you're not gonna ride your Heelys to school.
No, you're not gonna ride your Heelys, but it was something fun to do, like throughout the halls, and like you'd show off. Like, yeah, like I had a few pairs of Heelys. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
That's fun.
What about a ripstick? Did you ever ride a ripstick?
I know what a ripstick is. No, I didn't ride it, but yeah, I thought ripsticks were pretty cool, but yeah, that was just I don't know. I just felt too much like a toy to me, so I was not on it.
Okay, well, good to know.
No worries, but tell me, which of these shirts was your favorite?
Honestly, and I think this is going to be a little different, my way, but for me, it was full service. I really like that. I love that, and I love the fact that it's actually a raised patch. It's an actual patch on there. That was my favorite. I love that. I thought that style was really cool. So that's was definitely cool. My favorite.
You like the back?
I love the back.
I love what they're saying here. Super high grade nostalgia. Yeah. And then look, I love this, built from the moments that made us. Good stuff. That is pretty dope. That is pretty dope. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, this was a nice one. I could definitely see this. And I loved also, you don't always see this. A lot of times and we look at these every single week, a lot of times when they put the shirts on, they actually will have them, they're just button down, straight button downs. And you're wearing them. This time, you've got a guy wearing it as an overshirt. And so you can see a couple of different ways to kind of wear this. My guy forgot his belt. What the hell's up with that? But whatever. maybe it's his killer washboard abs that hold his pants up and he doesn't need a belt. But schlubs like you and I still need a belt. But either way, I did appreciate the fact that there was a different photo here of wearing the shirt in a different way. And I thought that was actually pretty cool. I also want to know where the hell they found a train that was this freaking clean. Look at this floor, John.
Yeah, this is true. That looks like a real New York City subway.
No, it doesn't. It's missing about 30 tons of trash. It's missing the garbage.
Right. No, but I'm saying other than that. And the golden rule in New York City is that if you get onto a subway and it's empty, if you go into a subway cart and it's empty, leave that cart because there's a reason why it's empty.
There's a reason it's empty. Yeah, exactly. There's a dead body in there. There's something you don't want to sit in.
Right, exactly. So I don't know why. I don't know how they set this up. Maybe you can rent a subway car. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, even look at the seats. The seats are perfect.
They're perfect.
Like they're not nicked up. They don't look like they're used.
This was done at the MTA museum. I'm convinced. This was at the. This was not done in an actual subway during hours because you never get a subway that empty, that clean. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, my favorite shirt was the Retro Sandstorm. This one was pretty cool. And I don't know if you remember, but there was a Harry Potter shirt called, I think it's called Ollivander's Finest or something like that. And it had a similar under pattern, and then it was covered with wands. I actually bought that shirt on the holiday sale, but I love the way that the colors kind of blend through. It looks kind of shiny, but it's also not shiny. I don't know. I like this. I
can't wait to see that one in person. I hope the next convention I go to, I see somebody.
I think it's going to be good. One thing I really do wish that they had done here. Now the buttons are all appropriate colors, but I kind of wish that they had leaned in and done something special with the buttons, whether they were like capped buttons like the Ropers so that it kind of kept the smooth, like consistent feeling there on the placard. But there's one other thing I notice about this shirt too, John. No pocket.
No pocket. So you can't complain that the product isn't perfect.
Well, no. The pocket is perfect because there is no pocket to mess up. So therefore, by definition, it must be perfect.
Is my guy eating his sunglasses?
He's chewing on them.
Delicious.
He's chewing on them. Oh, and we get another view of that same subway car. So we can see that it actually looks like it was real.
Dustin, it doesn't taste that. It doesn't taste. This doesn't taste that good.
What doesn't taste that good? The sunglasses?
I'm correct. It doesn't
Hold on a
taste. I
second.
don't know what he's.
Hold on. Give me that again. What was that?
Yeah, it doesn't taste that good. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't taste
Oh
that
man.
good. I don't see what he's doing with that.
All right. Well, before we move on to the next couple here, let's check in on the chat. We see. Oh, here's Ariane. Hey, Ariane, hanging out with my good friend James. Hi there,
James Falone.
Great pod, boys. Thank you, James. Thank you. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. That's our. We are honor bound to say that to new people who come to the channel. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Let's see. Danimal says full service a John nickname has double pockets yet another nickname. That's funny. There we go. Calirez says late to the party or right on time as always.
Right on time. Exactly.
A wizard arrives precisely when they mean to, so you are definitely right on time.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, the party doesn't start till I walk in the building.
And Danimal's on fire. I mean, he's usually pretty freaking funny, but he's on fire today in the chat. You line up 100% of the pockets you don't sew. Wayne Gretzky and Michael Scott. Yes, absolutely. Perfect quote. I think Captain Picard also said something like that as well. Okay, now let's switch back over here. Let's take a look at How to Train Your Dragon, which is interesting, a good movie. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not a fan of this movie. I'm not a fan of any of these movies. None of them. Like the How to Train Your Dragon series, I don't dislike them. I'm just neutral to slightly negative. They just don't interest me at all. So we finally found a fandom that I'm not into, John, and it's How to Train Your Dragon. How about you? Are you excited about these?
Well, I did want to ask you a question when it came to this. Did you ever use the tips and the tricks in this movie to train your own dragon? Did you did this movie effectively teach you how to train your dragon?
I don't need any tips to train my dragon.
Did you look into did you get a dragon? Did you I wasn't in the dragon market, so I actually never looked into. I figured I don't need to learn how to train a dragon if I am not looking into getting one. If that makes any sense. Like that was my mindset. So I figured if you at least I figured you would at least if you watched the movie, it was because you were looking to figure out how to train your dragon.
I get it. And yes, we certainly were not in the market for a dragon, and therefore it was inapplicable. Therefore, it didn't resonate with me because I just wasn't excited or interested in it. So, but you don't have to be in the market for a dragon to be interested in any of these shirts. And I actually did find a shirt or two that I thought was pretty cool. But as usual, John, I'm going to let you go first and tell us what you liked about today's launch.
Sure. Well, first of all, I will start off with saying, on a serious note, I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon. Just not my. That's not a joke. Never saw it because I was not planning on how to learn how to train a dragon. Just wasn't. I didn't need it. Love that we got women's cuts. Love that we got youth and preschool. So happy for them. Happy the whole family can match, and I think that's great. I will say I think this dad hat looks really interesting. I think this goes well with the denim Dan. It has kind of like that same feel, that same look to it. So that by itself, that one by itself was. I think is pretty cool. In terms of the shirts themselves, because I've never seen the movie, I'm sure some of these references and whatnot are pretty cool, and I'm sure I would, if I watched it and I knew what was going on in here, maybe I would feel a little bit differently. So I'm going strictly off of aesthetics. I think Fiery Faces looks like a cool shirt. That looks like, I think it's more of a Dustin shirt than a John shirt, but I still think that's a nice shirt that I would have no problem wearing, even though I've never saw the movie. I think the rest of the shirts are a little bit more detailed, which is great for that fandom. But I just don't know too much about it.
Yeah. I do agree that there are some pretty cool designs, and it looks like some stuff from new designers, which was one of the things I was a little bit excited about. They never tell us exactly who designed them, but I thought this shirt was pretty strong. I'm not going to keep repeating my comments about the pocket here, but I didn't like the way this pocket is positioned, but I do like the artwork, the color here, and the backfield. The backfield is actually really this cool stone, and I also loved that you get like this little guy blowing fire up here on the collar. That's pretty cool. That's going to catch eyes and get a lot of comments. My favorite choice of this group was the Book of Dragons, and I like this because it seems like it could be straight out of Tolkien. Like this could be a story about Smaug the dragon and other dragons like Smaug, or it could be just kind of general Harry Potter stuff, Dungeons and Dragons kind of looking stuff. It's got this map backfield. You've got mechanical designs for things, but ultimately, I like this shirt quite a bit. This was one that I thought was pretty cool. Other than that, Dad Hat is pretty cool. And it was nice that they had youth and ladies cuts here, by the way. So they stocked it pretty deep. Maybe these are actually going to go into like the Epic universe park, maybe. So it's possible because they do sell. They actually have a whole section on how to train your dragon in the Epic universe stores that are in the hotels across the street from the park and in the park. So this might be the first play. We might see these actually show up at Epic Universe, which would be great for Roosevelt's and awesome for fans. The last one I'll call attention to is the dustinest shirt of them all, which this Sizzling Sigils, which I like this. No one's going to get this though, unless they're a fan of the movie. But yeah, these are all like kind of silhouettes of the dragons. They're colorful. I thought this was a good looking shirt. So I actually enjoyed this one. So again, my feel was I liked a lot of the shirts, but I don't like the property. So net of this, I didn't buy any of these. How about you, audience? What did you guys think was the best shirt from How to Train Your Dragon? Oh,
and let us know if you ever tried to train your dragon using the tips in this movie. I really would like to know.
Okay. Yeah. Aaron has a really great comment. Unleash the Fury highlighted how hard it is to get a dark Kunu without thread pulls in the buttons. Even their promo photos had thread pull visible. I still ordered it because it's fire. Let's take a look at that one a little bit more in depth and see if we can spot Aaron's comment here. So thread pulls. Do we see any thread pulls?
I'm looking. I mean, there's quite a number of photos to look through, so we don't know which photo he.
Here's what I like about our audience, John.
Our photo audience, number 6. Yeah,
Homeboy's got receipts. Is this number 6? This is probably number 6. No, wait. You never know. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Dustin knows how to count, everyone. He did it.
I may not have an IMDb page.
We should make you one.
Yeah, we should.
We can put this podcast on Where Mighty Things and put Where Mighty Things on IMDb. And wouldn't it be funny if Aaron was just yanking her chain so we can
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That'd be funny. Well, we believe you.
It's gonna drive Dustin crazy.
No, it's fine. We definitely believe you. All right, let's shift gears here, John. The Roosevelts also let us know about Fan Expo New Orleans. No one calls it New Orleans.
Did they use a picture of you for this? That looks
How
just
did you
like
know?
You. That looks just like you. You didn't tell me, Dustin. They used a picture of you for the that looks exactly like you.
I only have top teeth also.
Exactly. There you go.
So interesting logo design here, but for the Fan Expo, that's starting tomorrow actually, and there's a bunch of new interesting news that they shared. It's always really good to talk about Fan Expo New Orleans because it's the first show that Roosevelt's does in the year. It's the first big Fan Expo, if I recall correctly, and so it helps set the tone for what the rest of the events throughout the year are likely to be. And so they talked a little bit about it. Scotty wrote this one. Looks like Scotty's back to work. They're going to be there. You see that the booth is right here at the entrance to the show floor, which is great. That means it's going to be a high traffic area. It's going to be very easy to spot, and they're likely to be extremely, extremely popular. What's going to be available at the booth? Well, it says they're peeling back the curtain on 3 new incredible exclusive designs, and they're bringing some heat. To make it fair, we're dropping exclusives on Friday and Saturday, all times shown below. As with any event, these exclusive items will only be available by attendees at the booth during the time of the show while sizes and supplies last. Okay, so let's go and look at each one of these. The first one is one of the Friday exclusives. This is an X-Men Marvel Gambit. I don't know if you know too much about the X-Men or about Gambit, but Gambit is a native of Louisiana. What we call him Cajun. I guess we would call him a Cajun. He's
like the chicken, like the Cajun chicken,
like the people who invented the chicken, that recipe. Yes, exactly.
Oh, like the Colonel.
Yes. No. But it's fun. Good. It's good. Good trolling though.
I just love saying shit just to drive you nuts.
No. It's fine. That's our shtick. It's our thing. What's your? I do like. First of all, we're looking at this on the webpage, and we talk all the time, and I don't know how this is coming through because the stream gets transcoded. But if you go to the actual page, it's a pretty high res image. I think they heard some of that feedback and kind of improved this. So I don't know how you feel, but looking at it on my screen, it's actually looking pretty good. And then of course you can see the up close of de Gambit. He's French Creole, or Cajun is the word I really want to use here. Reactions and thoughts on De Name is Gambit.
I mean, it's a cool. I don't really know much about Gambit. This is not my type of shirt, so it's not going to be one that I'll be purchasing. I do like when we see the designs and stuff in the background, and that kind of makes things go whole. So I'm a fan of. But for me, this is not one I'm spending money on, especially when people are charging extra like for pickups and whatnot. This is not one for me at full retail. This is one I buy in BST when somebody's desperate and needs money.
I see. Yeah. I like the splashes of pink here. I think what I can't see here is it looks like Gambit's name is written like you see where you see a pink spot. And then you see it looks like the pattern that his name is written there. We don't see it up close here, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm betting, John, that this shirt is, as usual, it's going to be stronger in person than we're looking at it here. I agree with you. I'm not paying a premium to get a pickup on this, but if I can get this at cost, I would certainly enjoy this. Okay, so let's move on to Floral City Nolans. Now,
yes,
John,
we finally see the floral pattern.
So this is it's tricky to say because in the past they've usually come up with something really weird and interesting. Like they I don't know that I guess there was one year where they did a traditional-ish floral, but this floral looks pretty cool. And I really like the flower layouts. The pocket is sharp. It's got a centered flower there. And then you can see like it's got some saxophone sketches and people kind of like playing jazz, and there's horns in the background. I don't know that this is going to be a template for all of the florals to come out of this year. If it is, we would call this a Series 4 floral. But what's your reaction to Floral City Nolans?
I think this is a great shirt for the people of New Orleans, for Nolans. First of all, I really want to go to New Orleans and just like experience the city more than just the convention. Like I want to experience the nightlife. I want to experience the area. I really want to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I really hope I get to do that someday. I think this is great for them, and I hope we see more of this pattern and style of putting in things that are special to the area in the florals, for when we're going forward. I like that a lot. This is really special to the people of New Orleans. I want to for me, it's like, okay, what are they going to do for the New York one? I would love to see some sort of thing with like the Times Square ball drop and fireworks and the Statue of Liberty and the ocean and the, like a yellow taxi cab and the subway sign and all that stuff. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. So I just hope we see more of this aesthetic for those people. Once again, I'm not buying the shirt because I don't live in New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans, but I think this is really cool, and I hope we keep with this trend going forward. In other areas. What are you laughing at me for, Dustin? What are you laughing at me for? You're throwing more. Yes.
You keep saying New Orleans. That's why.
In New Orleans, it is New Orleans.
No, it's pronounced Nolans. Nolans, baby. Nolans. It's one word, Nawlins. Nolans. It's kind of like there's Louisville. Do you know that Louisville?
Kentucky.
Do you know how you're supposed to say that? How the locals say it? No, Louisville.
Louisville.
All right, here's one more for you. The Canadian city of Toronto. Do you know how they say Toronto?
Toronto, eh?
No, they say Toronto. Toronto. There's no second T. How about the word Florida? Florida. How do the locals say the word Florida?
Florida.
No, there's no Florida. There's only one flow and one rida. It's Florida. There's no I. It's Florida. Florda.
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, you gotta. I also learned about Pittsburghese today. Yins. What are Yins doing?
Yins.
Y-N-Z. Y-I-N-Z. Yins. Yeah, exactly. What are Yins doing? It's like y'all or you guys. Y'all. Anyways, back to the exclusives. So the Gambit shirt is a Friday, and then Saturday we've got Floral New Orleans, and then we've got this other really cool shirt called Whatever Floats Your Boat. And this one is actually pretty awesome because it's literally like Mardi Gras parade designs. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go first here. This shirt is killer especially for Nolans. I don't know if you've ever been to Mardi Gras, but like you would enjoy going to Mardi Gras, John. You should do that sometime. You should.
I got the most beads. I got the most beads, baby.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. But if you don't know how people get beads, go find some YouTube videos and you'll find out. But I love the designs of these. They're all very cool. They are kind of inspired by like other ones. They've got like little fleur-de-lis are in here, some cool stuff, and then kind of the up close image here. Pretty dope. I thought this shirt was cool. Again, John, it's a purple shirt. That makes it a John shirt by default. Are you going to get this shirt?
It does make it a John shirt by default, and I really like this one. This is probably my favorite out of the three that we've seen so far. Especially, I love that nice purple look. It's great for the city though, but I've never been to New Orleans, so how can I get a shirt that promotes a city that I've never stepped foot in?
That's fair.
That's just fair for me. But I'm saying if I was there, if I was at the convention, yes, I'd buy this shirt. I
think this one's going to be the sleeper hit. I think this one's going to pop in a way that people are not expecting. Okay. Now we see the lineup of the exclusives, but then they also had some others that did not actually make the list. And I was like, is this supposed to be to see how many people read the field notes all the way? Because, so we've got these three shirts. We just talked about them, but then we moved to the right. They've got what's called a random exclusive in this pixelated red Mickey shirt, which is the Fab Five, right? It's actually got Chippendale in there too. So you got Chippendale, Donald and Daisy, Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. I don't see Pluto. So they're all pixelated image. This shirt slaps, John. This shirt. I actually want this shirt. I don't wear a lot of red shirts. I have the Tiki shirt from the Goonies that's a red shirt. And maybe I have one more, but I actually love the splashes of color here. Even though this is kind of a John shirt, I'm excited about the shirt. But more importantly, what the heck is a random exclusive, John? Is it available? Is it not available? Do you randomly get a chance to buy one? Are you drawing a card, and if your card comes up, you can get to buy one? Like, what's the story here?
I mean, this is the first time we're seeing this, obviously. And first of all, I want to say, love that design, absolutely love it. I would pay a premium on that. I really like that one, and I really hope I get my hands on that. That is a great looking shirt, especially for somebody that loves Disney. What is a random exclusive though? I mean, there's a number of ways they can do it. They could do it like they did the spooky floral, and you picked a card, and you know, if your card won, then you got the ability to buy the shirt. This could just drop on any random day or any random time. Maybe it'll be available only for a set time of the day. Maybe if the con opens up at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., maybe that shirt will only be available for purchase from 2 to 4, and you got to be in line at a certain time. Who knows what they're doing with this. And also, I want to another thing that I think it's important to bring up is that at least it hasn't been announced yet at the time of this recording. We haven't seen trivia come back. They used to do trivia the night before cons, and that's what they did for pretty much every convention back there. And that would have been a good time to try to get an answer out of DTH. But as of this time, there's been no mention of trivia at all. So I wonder if trivia has been discontinued. Who knows what a random exclusive is? I love when Roosevelt drives us crazy though, and they come up with little games and little things to make us go nuts. And I don't know, man. I'm excited to find out though. I'm sure we're going to hear the rules on Insiders. But this seems like it can drop at any time and go away at any time.
Everybody's yelling enhance, and I'm like, I'm zoomed in as Matt. I'm like zooming
enhance,
in, Max.
Those old movies where it's like zoom in, enhance, and they would just like it would go across and make it clear all of a sudden, as if that was something you could actually do. Dustin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to respond to the request to enhance.
First time with the computer, Dustin.
No. So the problem is normally what I'm doing is actually pinch zooming with my Mac, but this time I actually was command plus and minusing here with Chrome. So anyways, there you go, friends. There you go. That's the max of my enhance capabilities here. And Hagglebaz Danimal makes a really great comment here that this is captioned red, implying that there will be more colorways. So John, imagine another colorway. Imagine a
purple colorway.
A purple colorway, unlikely.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
But like Hiya Pals, yeah. I think it's a really cool call out here. I gotta say that I like this design. I would pay a small upcharge for this one. I don't know how you get it, but Hiya Pals is an iconic design that is timeless. And so I think they might do a couple of these. Maybe there'll be one at D23. I don't think this is going to get as crazy as Hiya Pal because every single color of Hiya Pal is awesome. The black one's good. The purple one's good. Every version of Hiya Pal looks great. I don't think every version of this shirt is going to look great, but you know what? They surprise me all the time. And then every day there's an exclusive T-shirt that's available here. These tend to be the pre-washed kind of shirts. Pretty good to heavyweight. I got to be honest. I bought one in New York and I never wore it. So I'm probably not getting these.
If I'm not mistaken, and don't kill me if I'm wrong, I believe Scotty had posted this is actually going to be the vintage tee. I believe I saw a comment about that.
Yeah. It is so Anne says I really like the shirt. Yes, it's pretty good. Aaron's talking about purple pixels. I love it. Like I just think we need to find out like what the heck does this mean? What is a random exclusive? Like and why does it not sound fun? Why does it sound like I'm standing in line for a really long time?
Why does it sound like work? It sounds like work.
Yeah. Why am I not having fun? Then a couple other things that they called out here. They're doing a meetup from 8 to 10 at the NOLA Brewing, which is on Unpronounceable Street. Who the hell? How do you say that? Tropatolis? No idea.
You got it.
No idea.
You got it.
No idea. I do know Cho, this first word, that's actually the name of a chocolate company in San Francisco. It's actually really good. They have a factory that's maybe about a mile south of here. Go by there; it always smells great. They're doing the family photo, and then they said, hey, we'll be out having some sazeracs, some beignets, some po' boys, some jazz, some fried oysters. This is the thing, John, that you need to do because I beignets are awesome. Sazeracs, acquired taste, but still it's an iconic drink. You go to the place, you got to try the thing. I think you would like a po' boy sandwich, especially one that you got from New Orleans, Nolans.
I would love to. I would love to try it. You kidding me? I would love to definitely. Yeah, please. I would love to. I think we need to do a Nolans trip one day.
I would love that. I need to figure out, where. I need to find me some filming locations. I know, like Interview with a Vampire, was filmed there. So yeah, and laissez les bons temps rouler. I don't know. My French is terrible, but this means let the good times roll. That's what this is in français. So that's the way that the con season starts, John, and it's a pretty great start. Like especially in the context of Nolans. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a lot of fun.
But we do have 3 more shirts though.
But what?
What? We do have 3 more shirts, and I just
say more, John. Say more.
I don't know if you saw this, noticed this. I just uploaded them in the files here. I can't display them because Dustin doesn't give me access. We have this one. So we have these Lord of the Rings shirts. I forget if we've talked about these. But we do have these Lord of the Rings shirts. They don't have names. They do. The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it just says Lord of the Rings exclusive button-up shirt. It's not really.
What is this shirt?
These are exclusive to the Fan Expo store at the convention. These will not be at the Roosevelt's booth. There you go. The other 2 just popped up there.
Okay.
These. So in celebration of the Lord of the Rings anniversary, these shirts will be coming out. They're doing a whole Lord of the Rings store there. At the Fan Expo, the 25th anniversary merchandise exclusives. And Roosevelt has 3 Lord of the Rings shirts coming out exclusively at this convention. So, and so you have to go to the Fan Expo store at the convention. These will not be at the booth if you want to purchase these.
Okay.
Dustin, have you seen these before? Did we talk about these? I forget.
No. I'm like trying to find where did I miss the post on this?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Dustin, you can't do it all, can you?
No, I can't do it all.
You can't. Any thoughts on the? I was never a Lord of the Rings guy, but any thoughts on these shirts, my friend?
Well, okay. So first of all, there was a time in my life where you probably could call me an amateur scholar on Tolkien's writings, including the Silmarillion, the Lord of the Rings, and of course the Hobbit. So, and Unfinished Tales, all the stuff. I think I've read most of the things that Tolkien wrote. I used to read them on the regular, like every 2 years. I would just sit down and read the.
Don't try to make reading Lord of the Rings sound cool. You're like I used to watch it. I used to read them on the regular.
Well, I would read them every 2 years, and the reason why I did that, John, was because as I got a little bit older, the things that were not interesting to me when I was younger reading them were much more compelling. So I'll give you an example of this. In a lot of Tolkien's writings, because he's trying to build out a very vibrant world, he has songs. And if you think about it, like, what's the number one thing you and I like to do when we get together? We like to belt out anthems. We're just like having a good time, having a drink or two, and just like singing some song, singing out to the night, having a great time, enjoying being together. When I was younger, like I started reading The Hobbit, I think maybe in 5th grade or 4th grade. So I was like, really taken in. I didn't want to know anything about the songs. I didn't care about the songs or the poems or any of that kind of stuff. Now I think that that's some of the deepest world building stuff that Tolkien did. So all that to kind of say that while I certainly would not represent myself as some kind of expert, there definitely was a time when I was much, much, much closer to the writings and to the Lord of the Rings as a franchise. I do hope this year to go to New Zealand and to go to Hobbiton I wanted to actually do, we talked last week about the Rocky Run. I totally wanted to go to New Zealand and do the Hobbit Marathon, and they sold out of tickets. The only reason why I didn't go to that is because they sold out. So all that to say, this shirt is atrocious. This one, I can't enhance. I apologize for people I cannot enhance. This shirt looks like this shirt looks like a very bad. This shirt looks like Times Square taken over by the Lord of the Rings, and it's not even good. So don't love this one. Let me go to this one. This one is pretty cool. And,
so the description for that one says a dark blue short sleeve button up with characters that represent each genre of fandom, along with the tagline "United by Fandom" displayed all over.
Yeah. Okay, great. That sounds like gobbledygook commercial corporate crap. So I like the color of this shirt. No. I thought about this, and I was thinking about I'll come back to this, but I was trying to think about the authenticity of people who talk about different things. And all we really talk about here is John's IMDb page and his past history as a famous actor and throwing stickies on New Year's Eve from a building. And then of course we talk about the Roosevelts. And so I'm a huge fan. I love what they do. I love the people. I love the product. But when they miss, I'm going to be a little more forthcoming with that. And so, and you just did the same thing. You were just like, no, these shirts are for, I love that for someone that's not me. Anyways,
I do love that for someone that's not me.
Yeah. I think this is kind of a cool shirt. I don't know what it has to do with Lord of the Rings, but okay. This shirt is a really strong one. And so let's see.
Oh, you found something you like.
Well, yeah. And so, what you're looking at.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A black short sleeve button up with gold elvish runes from the One Ring inscription and subtle illustrations of the characters, it says.
Right. So, another thing that Tolkien created as part of just making the world of Middle Earth was languages. And there are appendices in the back of Return of the King where you can actually go through and take the runes that you see or that they talk about and show written on different pieces of art and translate those back into English letters. So there's actually it's actually pretty freaking cool. So let me kind of show you something here. Let me switch over here and show you a little bit of what we're talking about here. Share that screen, the One Ring inscription. Here we go. So here it is.
What's going on with the old man? What's going on? Scroll down. It looks like he's having a heart attack. Go back and look at what's going on with him?
He's so excited. He's so excited.
He's so excited about his bullshit language.
Yes, the Black Speech of Mordor. That's literally what the language is called.
I'm going to come out with my own language.
And so,
will you learn it?
So, no, because we already have Klingon. And you know what? To be honest, I was thinking about rebranding Klingon to Klingman and calling it my own and making a new book. More on that later. So the English translation of the runes that are in that shirt are one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. This is the inscription on the One Ring that Frodo is trying to take to throw into the fires of Mount Doom. And it's super famous, super famous. So I say that all to kind of come back to this, and I have to say this is an outstanding shirt. And if that's right, you know it, I'm a Dunedain. I wish we could zoom this in a little bit more. How do I do that?
I mean, I can send you the link to the image if that helps.
No problem. Just focus on the pocket and look how smartly it's a matched pocket. Do you know why? It would look ridiculous without a matched pocket. So I think, I said I didn't appreciate or enjoy the two previous shirts, being a huge Lord of the Rings fan. This shirt I'm down for. This shirt I want. This shirt I'm paying. I'm probably throwing out a C note to have somebody pick this shirt up for me.
Dustin, can we stop with the pocket bit?
Yeah, sure. It's fine. I'll stop when they stop, John. I'll stop when they stop screwing it up.
Is this a bit though? Is that what? But I sent you the link on Facebook if you want to zoom in.
Okay.
But that way.
No, it's not a bit. It's not a bit. I'm.
It's not a bit. Are you sure? You mention it every episode, though. I think the pocket thing is a bit now at this point.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me remove this from stage. Let me share the screen. It's fine. I don't have to do it every time. You know why? Because I have other people to do it for me.
You have other people to do it for you. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Here we go.
Can you enhance now?
I can enhance.
There you
go. Oh my gosh! It even gets better when you zoom.
It gets better when you enhance.
So there are characters inside of each one of these rings. So I can see Gandalf. I can see hobbits. I can see key characters. I can see monsters outside of the rings. I see leaves. I see the helmet of Sauron, at least as depicted inside of the Peter Jackson films. It's even better enhanced. So I don't know how I missed this. Don't know how I missed this, but
Dustin's looking for a pickup buddy.
That's awesome. I need a pickup buddy. Yeah. This one's dope. And the fact that it's black also, choice. So anyways, that's my feelings. The first two did not move me. Actually they moved me to complain, so that's even worse. And the first one though, outstanding. That might show up on my top 5 for next year. And we've got a lot of weeks between now and then for new shirts to come out. So
yeah. We do. I mean, I was gonna say, I know we were talking about that floral earlier. Like, I don't think that's like the best floral that's gonna come out this year. It's a pretty good one, but I think there might be another floral that comes out this year that beats it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's check the chat here really quickly. It's a mock-up. Don't sell them short. I'm messing it up. True. I gotta stay optimistic. You know, even still, like this is a really strong design. This would be like a weekly wear for me. I would love this shirt. That's a must-have matching pocket design or no pocket like a hoodie, says Aaron. Not a bit, John. People feel strongly about the pocket. Ariane says it's the Evan Star. I did see the Evan Star in the shirt. Dope. Also, Hagelbaz realizes that he doesn't have a way to get these. Sorry about that, bro. Everything is better enhanced. We'll take that. And then Ariane says the Cruise Floral will win 2026. Well, I hope so. Ariane. I hope so. And Hagelbaz throws a hashtag for pocket justice. That's right, John. Step off. Step off. You know what Pockets never did to us? Pockets never banned our video. Okay, this is not a bit. Every time I look at a shirt that doesn't have a
he didn't mean it.
A match pocket.
He didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it, huh? He didn't mean it, huh?
I got something.
I got something for Jimbo.
I'm just saying, I think we give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a great guy.
Well, I mean, hey, you're a celebrity. You must know him. So I guess I'll take your word for it. But alrighty. Well, we're now coming on 90 minutes here. And sorry, no way, Ariane. We're not showing that comment. Too bad. Yeah. And yes, here you go. If he didn't mean it, he needs to come on the podcast and say it. Amen.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna
you get me. You get him on the podcast, and I'll forgive him. I think he's talented, but man, he screwed us. He screwed us.
John. It sounds like I have some work to do.
Yeah, exactly.
My crazy ass will be waiting outside 30 Rock for him.
Yeah, exactly. So,
he comes in. He's got to go into work. He's got to come out of work. There's only so many entrances.
That's the way a stalker talks, John. Okay, like let's stop that line of conversation immediately. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. We covered everything. We talked about the death of MTV. We talked about John's IMDb page and his celebrity status, which now we definitely know that he's going to prepare and come back next week with a bunch of clips and things for us to show off. So we're going to be counting on that, John. So don't let us down.
I will not let
and
you
then
down. Clips.
we also talked about all three of the most recent drops, the Y2K collection, which we thought was awesome. How to Train Your Dragon, which we both felt a little bit was out of our depth. And then, of course, the exclusives for Fan Expo Nolans, which we liked generally. And then the cherry on top, man, one killer masterpiece of a One Ring shirt, even better than the shirt that they made with the actual release. That's what I was looking for. Like that ring shirt. I didn't buy that one because, and you know, Carlos looks awesome in every shirt. Right? He's like Russ. He's like Kurlock. He looks great in every shirt. But I didn't buy that shirt because I didn't want the gold ring. I wanted this. So I'm stoked about this. I need to find a friend.
So Dustin needs a pickup buddy. So you know,
be my friend. Pick up a shirt that I give you money for. Mail it out to me at your expense. Anyways, all right. I think that's going to do it. Okay. No, at my expense. At my expense. Okay. Well, I think we are going to wrap it up, John. And you know, I think that's going to do it. Well, send us email at wearablefandom@gmail.com. And of course, you know, we're here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We love hanging out with you guys. Thank you guys for coming and spending time with us. And as usual, and as customary, John, I need to ask about your family. How's your mom doing?
Mom is doing great this weekend. She actually went out to Hibachi Place. They did a big New Year's Eve drop thing and party, and it was she had a great time. And she sent me some pictures, and she was she had a great time.
I love it. Well, okay. Now you know how we sign off this show, right, John? And on the count of 3, 2, 1. Wear mighty things. So long, everybody.